So this competition that so much dwells between a man and a woman, as the gender of humanity is based within this concept. And when you look at other aspects of life as well, for example, nature, you see that even in nature, there's always positive and negative. Like, for example, in seasons, you have different seasons. You have what one can term as good seasons, and you also have bad seasons. In the animal kingdom, there are female and male. Other parts of nature, like in the sky, you have the sun and the moon. The sun cannot do without the moon. We need both to be able to exist in this world. We need both for everything to go accordingly. Can you imagine if nature was all about sun? So in 24 days, you have just the sun shining all through. Can you imagine what detriment that will cause to the entire aspect of nature, inclusive of humanity? That would be detrimental. Or if there was only the moon, and the moon was the only source of light that is available. Can you imagine how that will be on the face of this earth? And you really don't see this other aspect of nature competing with themselves, at least like humans do, claiming superiority over another, claiming classism over another, which is a great aspect in the human relationship that affects humanity as we relate with one another. Hello everyone, welcome back to Breakage Barriers. If this is your first time here, my name is Blessing. I would like to implore you, if you're watching this for the first time and you truly enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe, alright, and press the notification bell as well. There's this state of classism amongst us that we feel the one at the upper class is of great superiority and the one at the bottom class is of less value and termed as inferior. If you have to look at all the aspects of prejudice that is affecting us today, classism plays a great role. Superiority plays a massive role. It's all boiled down to these two elements. Is it racism, sexism, ableism, nationalism, religious and linguistic discrimination? Name them all. It's got to do with superiority and classism. So, as it affects the man and the woman, why is there so much competition as regards who is more superior in a relationship? Why does one have to claim that they are more superior than the other, as we have different purposes? The man is built for a particular purpose, while the woman is as well. There are certain and different things each gender can achieve. One by itself is incomplete, but bringing them both together makes them whole, makes them complete, makes them complementary. Looking at all these aspects spiritually, this is the lens to best address this matter, as opposed to what we have in this modern day, which has been blinded and encouraged by the different types of isms that we have ruling our relationships as humans. In this modern time, you have the type of relationship as it relates to couples where one is told to contribute 50% of what they've got and the other one contributing 50% of what they've got. What on earth is that? If we have different purposes, how does 50-50 come in place? Is it not of the understanding that a person, to be able to attain wholeness, contributes 100% of what they can? Or shall we put it in the simplest term, giving the best that you have, giving the best that you can offer? Do we now start encouraging people to bring 50% of themselves because the others have to bring the 50% of themselves? Is this not confusion in the highest order? Is it not cutting down the level of our ability in each other's lives? If we have to take this man-woman relationship into great consideration, because our relationship as humans matters. Because of this imbalance in our relationship, we see what is going on when it comes to gender relationship, where some people are beginning to associate as the opposite gender. Is complete confusion. This is not even seen in other aspects of nature. You don't see animals doing that. You don't see plants competing, for that position, because they all know what their purposes are and they fulfill their purposes. A plant knows I'm this type of plant, so I do what I've been proposed to do. Why is it so difficult? Is it that when we are born, we are conditioned to reason in a particular way, where we are not able to expound our intelligence, our reasoning, but are boxed to a certain kind of culture, book, or religion? Can we as humans just take a look at nature itself and how they relate to be able to relate better with one another? Or is this superiority as being human who feels so superior that humans feel they cannot take orders, instructions, knowledge from nature itself? Because you believe you're human, you can speak, you can feel, you can express yourself, you can create. So you believe nature is not able to teach you anything. Really, there's a lot to learn from nature itself. Because we are part of nature. We mimic nature. Nature mimics us. And all this aspect of the cosmos has been placed there for us to relate with, to learn from, to gain knowledge from. So is there any reason for us to compete where the man keeps saying, oh, I don't understand these women. They are never humble. They are never submissive, because you feel more superior as a man than the woman. So as a man, you feel you don't have to do anything because of the position you find yourself as the man and the head. But the woman has to do everything in order to submit to you. Remember that. Like the example I gave in my previous video, the relationship between the soil and the seed is that of complementing each other. As much as the soil can be on its own, it does need seeds to be able to fulfill its purpose of growth, its purpose of fertilization. If not, it's just going to be a soil on its own. Likewise, the seed needs the soil. The soil cannot say to the seed, I'm more superior than you are. So why should the seed say the same? The seed cannot attain its full potential without the soil. Same goes with the sun and the moon. Same goes with other aspects of nature. And we as humans are not exempt from these laws. It's the laws of nature that where there is a negative, there's a positive. It is the law of nature that there are different seasons. One season cannot claim superiority over the other season. We need all these aspects of nature to complete us as humans, as part of the cosmos. So all this classism and superiority of I'm the woman, I'm the mother of the earth, I'm more superior. Or I'm the man, I'm the head of the family, I'm more superior. It's just destruction of one another, misunderstanding of one another. If we all can come to a level whereby there's a bit of balance and we can both reason together to understand each other's world, I think the world will be slightly a better place. Part of the questions that I ask is, when did this all change? This system of patriarchy that is so dominant of this era that we live in, because it wasn't like this in the ancient times. The ancient people understood better how nature worked, as more regard and value was placed on the woman, which was a matriarchal type of system in the world, where the woman's value or contribution to the earth was worthy of respect, was worthy of honor. The woman was a goddess, as she is a life giver, the one who births life, just like the soil. I mean, imagine you as a human being. Can you do without the ground? That's where you walk on. You walk on the ground does not mean the ground is inferior to you. If anything, more regard should be given to the soil. Because if everything comes tumbling down, just like you have in instances of earthquakes, what happens to humanity? Everyone goes down, and everything that is built on it collapses. That is what is happening to the relationship between the man and the woman. This modern day so much devalues the place of the woman, then the relationship collapses. The family unit collapses. Remember, oftentimes it's the woman's mild touch on the children that makes a great difference. Whilst we are talking about this topic, remember that even as so much as the place of the man is also valued as the head, as the seed bearer. Because without the seed, like we have come to agree, then the soil's fertilization or fertility or purpose might end up being wasted. Both together makes us who we are as humans. The family unit needs both the woman and the man together. These broken bits makes the next generation the one to suffer for the disunity. Let's do right when it comes to relating with one another by understanding our different purposes as complementary to one another. Catch you in the next video. Take care now. Bye.